What? Let's keep it in. What's up, internet? My name's Nerdy. I don't know. I feel like I just lost a piece of my soul. Welcome to the final 2 episodes of the Baratie arc. We're finishing up with the fish ship with our big boy Zeph. I don't think we're done with Sanji, but we're going to be done with everything else here for a while, and that's going to be interesting. I'm excited to get back to our people. I miss Nami, I miss Zoro, and I miss Usopp. So let's watch Luffy beat the crap out of Don Krieg and then move on to the next thing. I'm excited to see it. If you want the full-length reaction to this, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly. But if you don't, stay here, because you're already here. And we're going to watch this dang episode. How you doing, chat? You guys good? Your week's starting off okay? Wait, this is a Thursday episode. Are you excited for the weekend? My weekend's starting off good. Because here we go. One Piece! People are gonna laugh at me because there's gonna be all this video on the internet of me dancing to the song, and those people, I say, I don't give a fuck. This is what joy looks like, motherfuckers. Get on my level. Stop being miserable. And then enjoy life. It's not hard. Watch One Piece. Enjoy life. The Nerdy Nightly guarantee. I feel like if Luffy and Sanji saw Usopp using eggs as a weapon, they would beat the shit out of him. You know what I mean? They'd be like, hey, food is food, not weapon, Usopp. Don't waste eggs. Sanji will lose his shit. We are on the cruise. We are. I wish I had that kind of faith in myself. That's not my strong suit. I'm mostly just really hard on myself, and so I work really hard until I burn out. Because I think everything I do isn't worth it. Anyway, it's fine. Let's go, Luffy! Maybe that's the lesson I meant to learn from One Piece, is to believe in myself more. Oh yeah, Sanji's dying right now. Sanji's insides are literal liquid at this point. He's like a Go-Gurt tube. You could squeeze him and the liquidification of his bones would just come out his mouth. That's gross. I'm sorry. We're not looking at the titles. Do you guys have Go-Gurt where you're from? Let me know in the comments down below. It's just a bomb on a stick. That's still pretty dangerous. Don Kriegに一言逆らった時点で死ぬことは決まってたんだ。死ぬか。It is funny that in this case, that monkey it's just his name. It would be like if someone was like, that nerdy. But I don't think Don Krieg knows his name. Ooh. Luffy's trying some tricks up in here. Luffy's literally just throwing the kitchen sink at this guy. Something's gonna get through. If you throw the kitchen sink, something will eventually get through. Woots! This Woots steel armor. Oh, I felt that one in my bones. いない。こっちだ。いいか、最強の装備と。Apparently he can teleport now, alright. I mean, Kuro could do it, right? Come on, here we go. I understand now what this whole arc is about, and it's great. Oh no! Oh shit! Those bombs.
NANI?!
They're gonna blow up the ship under him. Yeah. Fuck, Luffy can't swim. Ah, this is bad. All these poor chefs. The pirates I don't feel as bad for. This is kind of their fault. But the poor chefs, they just wanted to make food for people. That's it. He's so over it. Oh. Oh no, Don Krieg, your poor Woots! Steel armor. I do like that he's wearing like a fashionably tight turtleneck or a V-neck underneath. Okay, Luffy, how are you getting back to like something you can stand on though? Yeah, Don Krieg kind of has a cute little date night outfit on underneath his. Oh, interesting. Ooh. Whoa! Y'all remember the video of the woman on the helicopter that got whipped around? I feel bad for her. But it's still fucking hilarious. The cuts between their two faces are great. Giant gavel! Come on, Luffy, you got this. Don Krieg's about to get his head cracked open like a fucking egg. So you had a bad day. Oh, shit. You guys need to grab the net and pull him up. Alright, who's gonna save Luffy? Because someone needs to save Luffy. The boy cannot save himself. And it can't be Sanji. Sanji has no bones. But Sanji, you got no bones no more. They're all mush. It's still a steel net though. That's just half. Fuck. Yeah, Sanji, your new friends aren't well in the head. If we're being completely honest, they're crazy. But like, why not live a little crazy, you know? Live, Sanji. Live! We've all seen the TikTok. Live! God, I still love that black and white stuff so much. This sequence was so fucking good. I wonder how they did that in live action. It would be really cool if they went like full Kurosawa black and white in the live action. I'm excited to watch that once I finish the East Blue. Come on, Sanji. Learning your lessons, saving your new friend. Let's go. What's the matter? He just got his ass kicked. Gin's whole worldview is just falling apart around him. Luffy and Zoro, boy, those boys can sleep, huh? Oh, shit. Oh, wow, it's not quite over yet. Is Luffy gonna wake up for this, or is Sanji gonna finish it off? Because I think giving Sanji the win here is kind of nice. Or letting Gin do it. Yeah.
世話になったな、サンジさん。
おう、おととい来やがれ。
Thanks. Don't ever come back.
グランドラインでまた会おうってよ。
I believe that. The Pearl guy. Just hold on.
今まで何に気を使ってためらってたのか、そんな自分がバカバカしく思えてくるぜ。
I feel like there's so many little, like, what is the panda there? Why is there a panda in that pile?
おうよ、お味噌にぶち込んどけ。ここは戦う会場レストラン、バラティだ。
Interesting. This also feels like this arc is done. So I wonder what the next episode is. Oh, maybe it's like Luffy wakes up and they try. Maybe like the next arc, the next episode is them getting out of this arc, saying goodbye to Zeph, finding Nami and them. That makes sense. There's enough time here for all of that to happen, right? Oh shit! It's Going Merry. Okay, where are they? Who the fuck is Arlong? And what did he do to Nami? I have a feeling like all of the anger I feel at her stealing the ship right now is about to go away. You know? I just feel I feel it in my bones. There's like a reason for all of this. Because all of her character traits are very interesting. She is trying to get back to something, right? She needs a bunch of money. But she also like saw a wanted poster for a pirate and freaked out. I don't know. Maybe she needs to like buy her family back from him or something, or that would make sense. Or like, or maybe it's like when Buggy was, Buggy had taken over that village and they had to get the village free from Buggy. Maybe Arlong has her village or something. It does seem like everywhere they go, there's like a pirate attacking a place and they have to deal with that pirate in that time. And that seems to be the structure of the show. And in doing each of those things, Luffy learns something about what it means to be a captain and what it means to be a man and what it means to be a leader. And, obviously the Syrup Village arc was what does it mean to be a captain and in how you treat the people underneath you. This is what does it mean to be a captain relying on yourself or relying on technology and gadgets and in believing in the power of external things to make you the strongest. And obviously Luffy is winning all of these battles, right? So I wonder if like the next arc is teaching Luffy the lesson of how to be a pirate captain without harming the people you pillage. I don't know how that works really, but it would make sense if that's what ties in Nami's backstory. Let's watch the next episode and then let's talk about the Baratie arc and then we can look forward to what's going on with Nami because she needs all this money for something and it doesn't seem like it's for herself because she doesn't like dress really fancy or she doesn't seem obsessed with jewels for wearing. It doesn't seem to come from a place of like, because she's wearing like a t-shirt and a skirt. You know what I mean? Like she's just not portrayed as being very wealth oriented. She's portrayed as being like money oriented. It doesn't seem like she cares about the jewels. It seems like she cares about their value. And I feel like there's going to be a reason for that, if that makes sense. Let's finish this arc. Come on. One Piece! I'm gonna break this chair. Dear Secret Lab, if I break this chair, will you send me a One Piece? Do they have a One Piece one? Wait a second. All our dreams! Coin in my pocket, and do you wanna be my friend? We are on a cruise! We are. That was not my best vocal work. I want to acknowledge that. That was not great. It's getting to the point where you can like reasonably start episodes about 4 minutes in. Which I think that like if you're watching week to week, you don't notice as much. But because I'm like watching them right after, I really feel it. I do. And I think I need to get over that because this is built for like, you haven't seen it in a week. Here's a reminder what happened. We'll get into it. But you know, it's 20% of a 22-minute episode is all just recap.
この4つの海にいる全種類の魚が住んでるんだ。
You're not watching it the same way. Me and Zeph.
グランドラインってとこだ。どうだ？知らないか？
I have reached that point where I feel like I am closer to Zeph than I am to like the young characters and coming of age stories in my life. That's tough. I'm getting old. That idiot. Ooh, staff meal here looks good. Most places it's like you can have some pasta. We got some spaghetti and butter for you.
椅子がねえ。そんなことあるかよ。レストランだぜここは。
Honestly, it's a miracle all the chairs survived.
こんなクソまずいもん飲めねえよ。豚の餌がこれ。ピエピエ。
Okay, the chairs might not survive.
ピエピエ。あみな。こりゃ飲めねえ。
I'm sure there's some sort of weird hazing going on, but I really feel like Sanji's about to beat the shit out of all of them.
Gigi?
All right, it's on. That was a really impressive aerial trick.
このスープめちゃくちゃうめえのにな。
そんなことは分かってる。サンジの料理の腕はここにいる全員が認めてる。
He snapped because we all gaslit him. All Sanji wants is for the owner to say that his cooking's good.
丸聞こえだよ。クソ野郎ども。
あいつはここでコックを続けたいって言ってるんだ。さんたちに言われても俺は連れてけねえよ。
Luffy's like, I respect his decisions.
筋だな。だがあのひねくれたクソガキが素直に行くと言えるか。
All he wants is for you to tell him that you like his cooking. That's all. That's it. What is happening?
とにかくルフィの兄貴の力が必要なんです。明日と来てください。
よし、なんかわかんねえけど、わかった。
Alright. I don't get it, but yeah.
お前の船のコック、俺が引き受ける。
やったー！
よかったっすね、ルフィの兄貴。
あ
やったてめえは俺の手でここから追い出してやりたかったのに。
These chefs, they need to learn how to communicate.
くだらないもん生かしちまったと後悔しねえ日はなかったぜ、クソガキ。
So many people died because you did that too. Like, so many people died in your decision to do this.
小僧、
ん、おさん。
持っていくか。俺がグランドラインに入った1年間の記録だ。
I fucking loved that. That was a great scene. I don't need it. I'm doing it my way.
皮が次だ、チビナス。
いってえな。人が真剣に料理作ってるときは黙って見てるもんな。
I love that even as a kid, Sanji was like a sassy. Oh, that's cute. I mean, like, you know, kicking someone in the head, not a great idea, but. I mean, he has a nice view now, right? It's gorgeous.
敵伝の恨みだ。覚悟しろサンジ。
行こ
いいのか、挨拶。
う。いいんだ。
サンジ、風邪ひくなよ。
Oh.
オーナーちゃん。長い間クソお世話になりました。 このご恩は一生忘れません。
Oh shit, we got a tear out of Zeph. Oh, we got one.
寂しいぞ。
No.
バカ野郎どもが。男は黙って別れるもんだぜ。
Yeah, because we're men. We're so strong we don't have emotions.
野郎ども、そろそろ客が来る。
Are they? You sure they haven't heard about the day you guys had yesterday? Oh shit. Nami changed. Is she the only one that gets different outfits? Do the boys never change, but Nami does? I guess Sanji puts on his chef uniform, right? Interesting. Interesting. So, are sharks like the Uber of this world? You know what I mean? Like Yakuza, he like got there by shark mouth. Did he like call a shark and ask the shark to transport him to this? That's the only part of the episode that really threw like because the shark then like F's off. So can you go into your iPhone and like call a shark and then it like is like and then you get in and then you just like nearly choke to death on water for 5 hours while it drags you across the ocean. Wow, Baratie, goodbye. A very sweet goodbye. A really well handled goodbye. I love the story that's told in the episode of like these chefs love Sanji. And I think that Zeph knows the only thing Sanji wants is approval for his cooking, right? But he's so like caught up in the masculine idea of Sanji needing to set off on his own that he's like, all right, he gathers all the cooks at dawn and he's like, all right, guys, here's what we're going to do. We're all going to pretend we fucking hate the soup so that Sanji F's off. And it's like, all he needs to do is be like, hey, you're a great cook and I love your food and I think you should go see the world. And he's like, no. That is way too easy. That would be too simple. We need to make this more complicated and make this person we care about feel like shit. And this is not a knock at the writing, right? This is something that people do all the fucking time. People make shit so complicated when sometimes all you need to do is be honest with someone and tell them that you love their shit. Be complimentary. Be kind. It is so much easier than being convoluted and mean. But it works, right? The arc of the episode really works because of that. And the arc of Baratie really works, right? You get the parallel narratives of Luffy and Sanji. I was kind of curious why they sent Zoro and Usopp away after getting the Hawkeye moment. And I kind of get it now, right? You set up the beginning of this arc being about Zoro's backstory. In middle of this arc, this arc kind of covers Zoro's past and his future, right? With both what happens with Quira. It's Kui something A. Why can't I remember that letter? And then with Hawkeye, right? Jeremy Renner shows up. And so Sanji's past, his future, that's really well handled. Usopp doesn't have a lot to do here. Let's send them away because Syrup Village, the arc, was about Luffy in comparison to a pirate captain who is horrible to his crew and who doesn't care about his crew. And so we're going to learn about Luffy, our main character, in comparison to that idea, right? And so Luffy's idea is that I want to go on this adventure with my friends, I want to treat them well, and I want to be surrounded by a crew that I love and adore and who loves and adores me because I've earned it. And Kuro doesn't want to do that. Next arc, we see Luffy, the captain, in comparison to kind of Zeph, but more so Don Krieg, right? Zeph a little bit, and I think that his relationship with Zeph and Zeph has found his way to treating his crew the way Luffy already does. And we see that in the flashback, with Zeph in the flashback being more of that hard edge, evil pirate kind of, closer to Don Krieg. And in his retirement has found a way to be a pirate on the sea who's living the yo-ho, shiver me timbers life, but has found that kindness and compassion and love for his crew that Luffy already is exhibiting. Luffy is what Zeph wants his former self to be. And I think that he sees that in Luffy. I think that's why he's sort of immediately enamored with Luffy in a way throughout this arc. But then we compare Luffy to Don Krieg, and Don Krieg shows up as this person who believes so firmly in acquiring a barrier between him and the world that allows him to have strength. And we compare that to Luffy having strength because of what comes from within. And I think that the whole fight and all of the arc about those two characters really pitted those two ideas against one another. And it shows us how strong Luffy's internal strength is because it can overpower any external strength that Don Krieg has been able to afford in his pirate career. And so it builds up our main character through these past two arcs as a person who is all heart and all compassion. And I think that this next arc with Nami is going to challenge that. Because that's what these arcs haven't done, right? They haven't challenged Luffy on his idealism. They have used these external pirate captains to inform the audience about the things that are already there in Luffy. So much so that Luffy doesn't really learn anything about himself in these arcs, but Zeph is pointing out what Luffy already knows about himself in that fight. In the, like, telling Sanji about the spear of determination that's in Luffy. And so as we move forward into this next arc, I feel like what is going to happen is, just because I trust Oda right now, he writes so thematically well, while also having these really tight, not tight. This show's not tight. This show's very loose. It's way longer than it needs to be. You could cut out a lot of the like pacing stuff, but that's fine because the writing, when it isn't kind of just like being stretched, it is really good. And so I don't mind the pacing as much, but this next arc is going to challenge those ideas about what Luffy believes about himself by putting him in a position where Nami has kind of betrayed him a little bit. And he's, I think, going to have to show empathy through forgiveness in a way that isn't natural to his character. And this is where we're going to kind of see Luffy learn something about himself and twist those very clear visions we've seen of him in these last couple of arcs. And maybe that doesn't happen. But I don't know. I kind of get the feeling that that's where we're going. And I think that that's a really strong choice. And I'm excited for it. Like, it feels like this character who I kind of was like, oh, he's a goofy idiot, has so many layers, and they're not told to us. I mean, they kind of are with Zeph there, but a lot of it is just shown through his actions. And I'm having a lot of fun with that. It really enamors me to him the same way that it did Zeph to him, right? And Sanji's interesting. I think Sanji, I struggled with him at first because the sexualizing nature of him was a little off-putting. But as a character, he really is so firmly rooted in his own beliefs about the world and in the way he wants to act and interact with the world. And that kind of like really firm rooting system for a character is really interesting, especially because everyone around him is so extreme. And I think the Straw Hats are going to push him on how he sees things in a way that I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see him have to find a way to be a little bit flexible to fit in with this crew, because he's a very rigid person. And you can see that like in the way he is dressed and the way he walks, and everything about him is so rigid in comparison to everyone else in our crew, right? And except maybe Zoro. Zoro's a little rigid as well, but Sanji out rigids him. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm excited to see that character, as he leaves the safety and comfort of the Baratie, find some flexibility in fitting into a group of people who really are able to be more honest about how they care about him than the chefs ever were able to until the very end when he was leaving. And I think that that's going to be an interesting like place for his character to live in and adapt to. And I'm excited for it. And the way they've set him up is really interesting. I do hope that him and Nami don't just have a sort of sex pest kind of relationship where she's off put by him and frustrated that he's always enamored with her. I hope they kind of move on past that so that they can have a genuine friendship. But other than that, I think the introduction of Sanji over the course of that arc is really strong. And I'm so excited for where we're going now with the Shark Uber reveal. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I will see you guys next week for Arc Next. I don't actually know what it is. I'm assuming it has to do with Arlong. Maybe it's the Arlong arc. But it's probably going to be it's probably going to be named after a location, because it feels like that's what all these are. It's just location names where things happen, which is nice because the arc names aren't spoilers. Like apparently the titles are. What was the title of this episode? I'm actually very curious. Set sail, the seafaring cook sets off with Luffy. That is literally the last 10 seconds of this episode. That is kind of a spoiler. What was the last one? The conclusion of the deadly battle, a spear of blind determination. That one's kind of a spoiler too. I see why these are spoiler-esque, you know? But whatever. I'm enjoying the show. If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is Nami because she was actually in this one. So there was a woman. Do something nerdy tonight, y'all. Bye.